I'm Jamie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the new Channel 4 drama Close to Me, which is airing on the 7th of November 2021. This is kind of an unusual video for me because I actually got access to a preview of the first episode, obviously because it's not out yet, so I've managed to be able to watch the first episode, and obviously this video will contain absolutely no spoilers. It will just be a general review and what I think we can expect from the series, because it's a genre that I really like, so I was very excited when I got access to this episode. Let's get straight into it. So Close to Me is produced by Channel 4, as I said, which initially intrigued me because I wouldn't associate the kind of the drama, the thrillers with Channel 4. That's kind of what I'd expect from BBC and ITV when we're talking about British shows. And Channel 4, I think, are making moves into the more scripted drama thrillers. Help that we got with Jodie Comer and Stephen Graham, that is what I think is so different. And we've got It's a Sin as well. They're really focusing a lot more on the drama, which is a genre that I really like. And this, I would say, which I'll get into in a bit, is very reminiscent of Nordic Noir, thriller, detective-y mystery. It's not really detective, it's definitely mystery, which I love Line of Duty and I love mystery and just all that kind of thing, so I'm very excited about this. Close to Me follows the story of Jo, who suffers a really bad head injury which causes brain trauma, and after being in a coma for a week, she wakes up and she has lost her memory for the last year. So she has absolutely no idea what happened in the last year, which straight away is a great setup for a show. I love that sort of things because she's having to battle with her own memory and then things around her. So she returns home to her husband, and immediately we get the sense that there's something not quite right. And that's the premise for the series. I think there's going to be 6 episodes, about an hour long, which is quite typical for this kind of genre. And I have no idea where it's going to go. Obviously there are some clues for the in the first episode, but obviously cannot say what they are. But there are definitely some, things aren't quite right, but you have absolutely no idea. Obviously I have predictions, but obviously I have no clue whether or not they're right. But I get a sense it's going to be a slow burn mystery with twists and quite intense as well. We already got such a high level of tension in just the first episode, which is quite impressive. And as she gets her memory back, we're obviously getting pieces of the clues as well, and we're trying to piece it together as she does, which I absolutely love it when dramas do that. I love trying to figure it out as the character does. I like being placed in their shoes and feeling like you're in the centre of this mystery. So straight away from the first episode we get a great sense of tension and mystery, which is just it's so good. So I want to go into kind of what we can expect from the series, or at least what I think we can expect from the series, because me, I love theorising. So obviously I said I get real big sense of Nordic Noir, and this is kind of emphasised by the fact that we do have a Danish actor. He's worked in Danish Nordic Noir before, very mystery, detective, gritty realism. That's kind of immediate sense for me that this is the type of genre we're going to have. So Nordic Noir, obviously from the Nordic countries, that's where it was developed and influenced and where a lot of the style comes from. A major characteristic of this is kind of the dark and gloomy atmosphere that we see. So we'll get a lot of depressing themes. If you've seen any Danish, Norwegian, gritty realism drama, that's what we'll see in Nordic Noir. Very gloomy. One of my favourite British Nordic Noir pieces is Marcella. I've talked about this on my channel before, and there are a lot of links with Marcella, which is just bring me great hope, because Marcella is one of my favourite TV shows ever, especially the first 2 series. They're just incredible. So a lot of the time that we will get kind of a very dreary environment, which I don't really get a sense with this one because the main character is a middle class woman, whereas we tend to get Nordic Noir being looking at kind of poorer regions and looking social realism as well. So I would say that kind of aspect we're not going to get a much of unless we're taken more out of the main house. One of the biggest characteristics of Nordic Noir that I personally really like is the fact that we have very complex main characters. So taking Marcella for example. So Marcella, again, it suffers a very kind of similar thing to what Jo does in Close to Me, is she has issues with her memory. So because of a very traumatic event that happened to her, she suffers from blackouts. She will go incredibly angry and she won't remember anything that happened in that blackout. And again, we get the sense that while she's trying to figure out a crime, like she's a detective, while she's trying to figure out and solve the crime, she's also trying to figure out what happened in her blackouts. And that, I think, we're going to get a huge sense of in Close to Me, because obviously she's lost her memory. And again, I don't think we're going to get like crimes. It's not going to be a detective drama, more of just so a mystery thriller. And I feel like we're going to get Jo in a similar situation as we got Marcella, where she's trying to figure things out, and she's like that's happening in like to her right now, while also trying to figure out what happened in the past year that she has no memory of. Nordic Noir really likes to focus on what's going on in the protagonist's mind, which we get a really, really good sense of in Close to Me, because Jo narrates over like some scenes. Like, we hear what she's thinking, which normally narration for me is kind of a hit or miss thing. Sometimes I don't really like it. I just want to kind of see what's happening and like trying to figure out what she's thinking rather than actually hear it. But I think it works quite well. And yeah, and like I said before, very slow burn. That is just a massive part of Nordic Noir. Very, very slow burn. The fact that we're going to have a very long story told over 6 episodes, and so about 6 hours worth of TV, we're going to have this story go over. I imagine we're going to have some twists and like betrayals, stuff like that. Yeah, I just think it's going to be so good. Like, what I love about the first episode is that I have no idea what's going to happen. Obviously, like I said before, I have my suspicions, but I genuinely could not say where this show is going to go, because of just how like slow. Like, I know we're not going to get kind of hints straight away. It's definitely been very slow burn, very, got to wait for them to like feed you clues, and just so there are lots of connections in the actors to Nordic Noir. So Connie Nielsen is a Danish actor, and obviously we've got another Danish actor that plays her father. So yeah, Connie Nielsen is Danish herself, and she speaks Danish in the show to communicate with her dad. And yeah, she's a great actress. She's been in loads of things. The thing I know her most is being in Wonder Woman. So yeah, she's a very, very high profile actor, and I love that we have got an actor that links to the region that inspired this whole genre. I think that's incredible. And in addition to this, the boy who plays her son, who we don't really see that much of in the first episode, played Tom in Dr. Foster. And Dr. Foster, while not Nordic Noir, at least not I wouldn't say it is, definitely got the same like thriller. It's definitely a thriller, mystery, trying to piece things together. And so he's obviously got experience with that, which I think would it'd just be great bringing that to the role. Christopher Eccleston has been in loads and loads of stuff before, so he is another solid actor to bring to the table. I can't wait to watch the full series of this. As I said before, it starts on the 7th of November, which will be very, very close to when this video goes up. I'm very, very excited. Let me know what you guys think, whether you're intrigued by this show. I'll leave the trailer in the description. Once again, I managed to watch this episode because I was given access to it from Channel 4. I am not expected to do a review or a positive review of it. It's just, I watched it, I really liked it, and I wanted to do a video on it. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you. Bye.